stop and get gas this morning, y'all. So please forgive me for being slightly late. I didn't get gas yesterday because I didn't go anywhere yesterday. I worked from home. So I had to get gas upon dropping my son off at school. So yeah, that kind of threw me back a little bit. But nevertheless, we are here. It is raining here. It is pouring down. We've had thunderstorms all night long, and it's kind of spilled over until the morning. Good morning, Melody McFadden, my mod. Good morning, dear. Roberta Collins, John. Good morning, Miss Scorpion Miss. I see you guys are up and out this morning. Miss B, Sweet Lisa, Dolores McCrae, Keonta, who's that? Emenia, Balance, hi. Sheila, Harriet, Demita. If I miss somebody, I'm sorry. Doreen Hill, Nisha, Naja, Takara, Artrell, Sonia. Good morning, guys. Joanne, Gwen. Good morning, Liz. Good morning, Just Maya or Mia. I'm sorry. Good morning, you guys. Impertitious or Impertensions. I'm sorry. SR Halvan. Good morning. Good morning, you guys. Oh, good morning. If I missed anybody, my apologies because it's kind of raining kind of hard, so I kind of got to pay attention here to what's going on here. So I am going into the office today, you guys. This would have been the perfect day to work from home, but we're on the road, honey. Nevertheless, we're gonna make this thing do what it do today, honey. Get on up out of there. Thank you guys for being here. Hi, Tara. Hi. All right, let's get to it. Celebrity news. Let's get that out the way. We don't really have much celebrity news. We're just gonna do like a little chit chat this morning because there's not really too much happening. But y'all know Caramel's gonna always find some type of news to talk about. All right. So let's do some prayers up for Buffalo Bills player. If you guys have been watching the news, I've seen several clips of it. I was just like, oh my God. His name is Damar Hamlin. What is it? Hamlin. Damar Hamlin. Okay. Prayers up for him. If you guys watched the clip of him in the middle of the game, he went into cardiac arrest. Okay. He was on the field playing, and he fell back and went into cardiac arrest. They had to stop the game. Okay, and rush him to the emergency room. He's still in the hospital. They had to put oxygen on him. They were saying at one point he was on 100% of oxygen because he just was not functioning on his own. Apparently he's had a lot of prayers going up for him because they're saying that they had to put him, they changed his oxygen from 100% to 50%. So he is improving. So praise God for that, y'all. Young guy, great player. Like I said, he plays with the Buffalo Bills. So if you guys watch that, it's all over the news. TMZ, everybody else is talking about it. Every news station is talking about it. They showed a clip, like I said, several times of this young man out there playing. His name is, he plays with the Buffalo Bills. His name is Damar Hamlin. Damar Hamlin with the Buffalo Bills, all right? I said, oh my God. When I saw the clip, I was sitting there looking at it like, what? He was, at one point he was playing, and when he went down, he kind of popped back up like he was getting ready to, go into the next play, and he just, he just collapsed. His body just collapsed, and he just fell straight back. And everybody on the court is just looking like, what's going on here? So, of course, they had to call paramedics to come and check him out. He was unresponsive. It was crazy. It was very crazy. Yeah, it was. Roberta Collins, you're right. It was the first quarter, too. One of the other players, I forget his name, with his rude ass talking like, I don't understand why we got to stop the game or why we got to forfeit the game for this. It's called morals, sir. All right? Just because it wasn't one of your teammates, it was somebody on the other team that said it, one of the other guys on the other team. If it was one of your teammates, you would feel that same way. Yes, they stopped the game because somebody else's life was at stake. That's so damn selfish. Like, you think more of a game, and I get it. You still gonna get a check, sir. You showed up to play. You still gonna get a check. So at the end of the day, your focus should have been on sending prayers up for this person who unexpectedly went into cardiac arrest in the middle of doing his job. That's his job. Like, damn. That's so heartless. Like, yeah, he's, he went in cardiac arrest, but we want to play. Boy, get out of here. That's team too much. But I saw that, I was like, listen, it is always one. I see somebody saying it, Miss Gwen Brown, yes. She says always one. It is always one. That's so damn selfish. Like, think about if that was one of your family members. Like, that's so sad. This young man did not ask for that to happen to him. And it was totally unexpected, you could tell. But prayers up for him. He is, from what I understand and from what I've been reading up on, he is improving. So thank God for that. Young guy for him to go into cardiac arrest. He did take a hard hit though. But he popped right back up, and the next thing you know, he just went boom, just went out. So yes, prayers up for him. Let's move on. Again, his name is Damar Hamlin with the Buffalo Bills. All right. So for those of you that know how to pray, that can pray, that will pray, send a prayer up for him. Okay. It don't cost nothing to send a prayer up for someone. All right. You don't have to know a person. You don't have to know a person's situation to pray for them. A lot of people are like, what's going on with you so I can pray for you? No, you don't need to know what's going on with me. Just send up a, just send up a prayer. That'd be nosy people though. So can you tell me what's going on with you so that I know what to pray about? You don't need to know what to pray about. Just send up just an original prayer to the Lord. He know. The Lord know what be going on. You don't need to know. Just send up a prayer. Say, Lord, touch this young man wherever he is, wherever he's laying, whatever he's going through right now. Send some healing hands his way. Y'all know how to pray, child. I know how to pray. But there you go. But let's move on. And he sure do. He know everything. He know before it happened. He knew he was going to go into cardiac arrest before it happened. But and I don't want to stay on that too long, but ooh, y'all see the lightning? I feel like God kind of put us through things in our life to kind of show that he really is in control. Sometimes, it's some things that we go through in our life is for him, like my grandmother used to say, for God to kind of get the glory out of it, to kind of, like a wake-up call for you to maybe tighten up on your prayer life, to kind of see that really he is God. And I don't want to preach to nobody this morning, but I've been through some things in my life. I didn't totally understand why I was going through it. Did it hurt me? Absolutely. But it was definitely a learning experience for me. Okay? And to the point where all I could do was pray about it. There was nothing I could do about it. There was nothing I could do about it but pray about it. Okay? And sometimes you get into situations like that to where that's the only person you can go to. You can talk to everybody else, but the one person that you really need to talk to that can fix that thing, honey, that's where you got to go. So at the end of the day, baby, we've all been in situations like that. And if you haven't, it's coming. Okay? You're going to run into some situations to where you're going to be like, Lord, I don't understand this. Like, help me up out of this. So absolutely, honey. So prayers up for you, honey, Damar Hamlin, that you come on up out that hospital and you can get back on that field and do what you enjoy doing. All right? Prayer does change things. Yes, it does, ma'am. I talk a whole bunch of junk over here, but Caramel, I'm up on my prayer life over here, for real. I'm up on my prayer. I prayed over my son before I dropped him off, as I do every morning for school. Me and him have prayer. He's 7. My son is 7. But I pray over him before I let him get out of my car, because you never know where danger is. You never know with schools going through the things that they're going through with crazy people. You just never know. There's a certain thing called danger, seen and unseen. You have to pray about those things. That your child or whoever, family member, or even yourself, that you're covered. Because you just never, ever know when something could occur. Okay? So let's move on. We got another person, celebrity news, that we want to talk about. I want to send out a huge congratulations to Rell. Oh, that's me. Who knew? Send out we're going to send out some congratulations to Rell, honey. So as you guys know, and I want to thank one of my followers. I was just getting ready to get in the shower last night, you guys. Just getting ready to get in the shower and my phone buzzed. I was like, who is this buzzing me? It was one of my followers. Thank you so much, KBR, for the super chat. All right. Message me and let me know that Melody was on live and that she was looking for like 5 YouTubers that she wanted to interview her. All right. And I was like, oh, okay. So I said, let me hop on. I went on just to go live, and then I was saying, okay, maybe I'll go ahead and do it, because I had already started taking my stuff off to get ready to get in the shower. So I threw on a shirt and I went and sat in my living room, and I said, okay, let me go on live and let's see what's going on. And she actually chose me to interview her. I was shocked. She was only choosing 5. And there was something kind of going on with the live. But then she said, okay, I'm gonna choose, okay, last one. So I'm sitting there, I wrote in the thing. She said, okay, type pick me in the chat. So I typed pick me, and she chose me to interview her. And I think I gave some good questions. Y'all know I was my usual crazy self. She had a little cackle. She had a couple cackles because y'all know Caramel's crazy as hell. And I said, hey man, you know, we happy man that you got a new man, honey, that's cracking your back over there. I went there, y'all. And I asked her how Martell felt about her having this new man in her life, honey. how Martell felt about her having this new man in her life. She was gonna answer, but she said, I'm not gonna answer that because I think she kind of wanted to steer away from the drama between she and Martell because y'all know he follow her and be all up in her damn business. So she didn't want to kind of, I guess, go into that type of shade or whatever. But it was, nevertheless, it was a good interview. So I was shocked. I was like, did she really choose me? Aunt Ann was chosen as well to interview her. Who else? I can't remember everybody else. But different ones in the chat were saying, pick Caramel. So they were kind of rooting for me to get picked. I appreciate that. Y'all was showing me a lot of love. So I hopped on and I announced myself. I told her I was in the chat and she chose me. So it was a good little conversation. I asked some good questions too. And yeah, so we're gonna talk about that, all right? Because it was a couple of things that I wanted to kind of bring to you guys' attention. That and she got chosen, and she talked about Kung Fu Panda. Everybody started laughing. Y'all know who Kung Fu Panda is. I was like, Lord, this thing here. But so let's go ahead and get into a little bit of what we talked about with Mel, because I thought that was just the cutest thing ever. And she was just sitting up there all prim and proper, honey. She was eating her ice cream sandwiches, and she started eating some watermelon slices. I was like, so I jokingly said, okay, now I see you eating these ice cream sandwiches and this watermelon. I said, ain't no new baby on the way now. You got this new man over there, ain't no new baby, honey. She started laughing. So I thought that was funny. All right, so one of the questions that I asked her, all right, was were we going to see any more of Wanda in the upcoming season? Okay, y'all know they're already starting to film for next season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So I asked her, will we be seeing much of Wanda next in the upcoming season? Okay, and she was saying pretty much that Wanda may not be shown as much on the season coming up. Okay, Wanda may not. She was saying that if Wanda gets shown any, that she is not going to be making many appearances on the upcoming season, which kind of explains why she has chosen to go out here and be grabbing YouTube channels and be trying to do all this other extra stuff to kind of supplement their income. So it makes sense now. It makes a lot of sense now why she's, out here doing what she's doing on the side, trying to get all this money on the side, because them Love and Marriage Huntsville chicks is kind of disappearing a little bit here. And she kind of brought it on herself. She's been kind of heavy on her little YouTube channel, talking about the show, and of course she still promote the show because Tisha's on it. But at the end of the day, I don't know, child. She kind of did it herself. That situation with Madani, which kind of made everybody want to do the blackout. That's kind of on her. But according to Melody, who is the executive producer of the show, she would know. She said that Wanda's not going to be making many appearances for next season. And a lot of people in the chat was happy to hear that, because we didn't really want to see her ass anyway. She really don't bring much to the show but violence, and we kind of tired of seeing that. Another thing I mentioned to Melody is the show going to go into the direction of everybody speaking of and or talking about their business ventures that they're doing, because we hear them all the time on Instagram and everywhere else talking about it and or promoting it, but we don't hear about it on the show. Their storyline pretty much is Melody versus what they have going on, and the viewers want to see we want to see what is going on with that. So she did make mention that they are definitely going to be talking about business as well. So I was happy to hear about that. It was a good interview. She also mentioned something too that give me a second. Kind of lost train of thought. Hold on. She also mentioned something to the tune of what she talking about? Oh, about Tisha. She made a comment about Tisha, which I thought kind of stuck out to me with one of the episodes where Tisha was doing her Brown Girls event, where she had the young girls there. She was kind of talking to the young girls at her Brown Girl event, where she was uplifting the young girls, the young brown girls. Melody's kids and Melody was supposed to be invited to that event, and production reached out to Tisha and told Tisha that she needed to call Melody to let her know to be there and to bring her girls, because y'all know Melody's kids, her girls are almost the same age as Tisha's girls, and they used to play together. They used to be friends or whatever. So since Tisha had her little falling out or whatever with Melody, she decided she was not going to invite Melody and her kids to her event. But production reached out to Tisha to let her know she needed to reach out to Melody to invite her to the event, and Tisha declined, saying that she was not going to do that. So production, according to Melody, this is what Melody was saying. Melody said that production, as well as the executive producers of the show, told Tisha that it's pretty much going to be a wrap then. That they're not going to film her on that event because she refused to reach out to Melody. And she was saying that why Melody can't reach out to me. Like, just petty as hell. I said, Tisha, you too damn grown for that, girl. And at the end of the day, you put your feelings aside, because your children are very good friends with Melody's children. And if you're promoting uplifting self-esteem by by not inviting Melody's kids, who are, like I said, who's very close friends with your kids, I thought that was very petty. I thought that was very, very petty of her to do that. To say, why I gotta reach out to her? Why she can't call me? Why you can't call her? So you gonna risk getting money and filming a scene, because y'all know they only get paid by filming a scene. So if you don't film a scene, you don't get paid. So you gonna risk making money that you need because of your pride, because you cannot pick up the phone over a simple phone call and call this woman and say, hey, look, I'm having this event, come over, because production wanted to film it. Thank you so much, Veronica. She said she loved Car Chronicles video. I'm just like, girl, at this point, you beyond petty. You beyond petty. I'm not about to pass up a coin for anybody. I don't have to like you to make money with you. I can put my feelings about you aside and get that coin and keep it moving. I can hate your guts, but if it's a coin involved and I have to work with you in order to get that coin, I can do that. And after I get my coin, I'm up out of there. I ain't got to stay and have conversation and act fake and none of that. You don't have to do that. But business, baby, you got to understand the business concept of things. There's plenty of people that I work with that I don't see it for and or care for. But I know I got to come up in there and get my money. Like I always say, I got to get my 8, baby, and get up out the gate. I'm gonna always get my 8 and get out the gate. I ain't gonna let nobody block my coin like that. And that's just stupid of her. So I felt like that was very, very petty of her to say, oh no, I'm not doing that. So Melody wound up calling Tisha to let her know, hey, look, production is saying you need to do this, or they're pretty much not going to film you, and it's gonna be an issue. Like, don't pass up, filming a scene over being petty. I said, child, no wonder, Tisha, no wonder you are in the place that you in. Because you continue to internalize things versus letting it go. You still mad over shit that happened season 1, and y'all already in season 5. And that's just not good. That's just not good. And that could be, I'm not in her marriage, but that could be why Marceau stays away from her, because she internalizes things and don't let things go. When you have a disagreement about things, talk about it and move on. You ain't got to like that person, but move the hell on. For the sake of having inner peace. When you hold on to things like that, when you hold on to things that don't really matter like that, when you can just issue a simple apology and move on, just like Melody do. She don't really fool with them like that, but she can be in the same room with them, knowing everybody in that room and sitting at that table they vultures. But she can sit in that room and still do what she has to do and put on a smile and get through it. Tisha, not so much. You have not shown any growth, Tisha, since season 1, because you're still harboring on that same old mess, and it's sad. It's sad, even to the point where you pulling out Muppets, trying to imitate people to be messy. You a grown woman with kids, child. It's time to move on. Jesus. I said, child, who is out here with that much energy? The energy that you're using to hate a person, put that energy towards trying to be great. And that's to other women. Women don't hate on other women. That energy that you harboring, to hate on a person and try to bring them down. Reverse that energy into trying to be great and productive in life. And making relationships that's going to take you to places that you have never been before. You know, it's doors that you'll wait. It's doors that you need to be able to walk through, honey. But you can't go there because you're not ready. You're not ready for elevation. You're not ready for elevation. Okay. You're not ready for elevation. Tisha's not ready for elevation because mentally she's not ready to let things go. You're not ready to elevate in your marriage. You want people to reach out to you, and I've talked about it before. You want people to reach out to you and tell you how to better yourself. Well, it starts with you. Charity begins at home, then it spreads abroad. You can't fix one situation, and the main situation that you really need to work on, which is yourself, is lacking. Your attitude and the way that you think and the way that you present yourself. All of that ties into the type of person that you are. Same with Destiny. Destiny ain't gonna move nowhere in life until she work on some things with herself. You can open 1,000,000 businesses, but if you don't know how to talk to people and you don't know how to present yourself, then it's gonna always be an issue. People not gonna want to spend money with you. They're not gonna want to come to your establishment and waste their time because your attitude sucks and your demeanor continues to show the type of person that you are. Okay? It's so sad, y'all. It's just so sad. I don't want to spend money with nobody with a nasty attitude. I don't. If I go to a restaurant and my waitress got an attitude and she act like she don't want to serve me, I'm leaving. Because you're not getting a tip from me. I'm not spending my money there to support this establishment. I'm just not. Period. I don't know what you might do to my food. You having a bad day. You having a bad day. So I'm really not going to go and spend my hard-earned money to pay for something and tip you when you've been nothing but rude and obnoxious to me. Because I work hard for my money. I work very hard for my money. So your attitude deserves your latitude. Or determines your latitude, rather. Your attitude determines your latitude. Okay? Period. That's on period. That's on period. Let's talk. While we're talking about elevation, I'm talking about some things. Let's get a little deep this morning, okay? Elevation sometimes requires separation. Okay? Did y'all know that? Elevation sometimes requires separation. Okay? Yeah. You cannot hang around people, or the same people rather, okay, that you used to hang around when you are being elevated to certain places in your life, because they are not meant to go to those places and they're going to only bring you back down. Okay? You cannot hang around certain people when you are in the midst of being elevated to certain stages or places in your life. Okay? You have to let these people go because it's that crabs in the barrel mentality. They got to go. Everybody's not meant to go where you're going in life. Okay? Just not. Just not. It's always chaotic with people. And it's always uncomfortable for them. It's more uncomfortable for them when they're around you when you're elevating, because they don't understand your elevation. And that is why you have to detach yourself from people when you're in the midst of going through your elevation, because they will not understand it. And jealousy, it's a different climate in life when you are being elevated. Everybody cannot, they can't live or move or breathe or be themselves in the climate that you're going to in elevation. There's a certain climate. Y'all get what I'm saying? There's a certain climate. Just like when you get on an airplane and you flying somewhere. It changes. The climate changes the further up you go. And that's the way it is through elevation in your life. It's going to change. Everybody cannot live and or move and breathe and maneuver in that elevation, in that climate. Okay? So that's why you got to let people go. Not because you're bougie. Not because you think you're better than them. Not, you know what I'm saying? And people say that, oh, you think you're better than me. You think you're better than me. You can't be around me. It's not that. I'm going to places that you cannot go. So I have to release you so that I can move to the place that, you know, when we say God, because he really, he does elevations. Okay? He does the elevating. We have to remove ourselves from certain people so that we can fully be elevated to the places that we need to be. Sometimes it's family. Sometimes it's good friends that you've had for years in your life, but they're not going to congratulate you, and they're not going to, be there for you in the place that you need them to be in because of being jealous, and they don't understand it. I've had to do that. And I've had people tell me, you think you the shit. You think you better than me. You really not better than, it's not about me being better than you. Well, the goal is to be better than you. So now that you made that comment, I'm going to get away from you so that I can be better than you. Since you don't understand where I'm going in life. That's just how it is. Everybody can't go. Everybody can't go. I mean, there's a certain thing called the chosen one. Everybody is chosen to do certain things in life. Everybody on this earth have a certain assignment that they are required to do. And upon that assignment that has been assigned to you, there are certain elevations that you must go through in life to complete that assignment. You cannot stay on the same level. You just cannot stay on the same level. That's why when you get promoted, promotions mean you're being taken from the place that you are to a higher place or to a better place. Promotions come from God. Okay? They do. So you cannot continue to run with the same folk when you are being promoted and or elevated. Okay? Marcel liked it, and I'm going to go back to what he said, the comment that he made towards Melody, which I thought, hey, he don't understand it. He don't understand what elevation means for him to make that comment. Okay? When Marcel said, when he towards Melody, where he said that it's lonely at the top, okay? Yeah, we talked about this before. It's meant to be. It's meant to be lonely at the top, okay? We'll talk about it again. Let's talk about airplanes. When you fly, do you see an airplane right beside you? No, you do not. No, you do not. You're not sitting in traffic when you're in the sky because you are elevated above that stuff. You're not sitting, and I'm going to say it again. It's not crowded in the sky, and that's for a reason. I've been on an airplane a few times. We ain't had to stop when we were in the air because there was no traffic jam. Okay? I'm just saying. There was no traffic jams up there because I was elevated to another realm where no one else could touch me. You can't touch me when I'm up there unless you're already there. Did I break that down to where somebody can understand that? It's lonely at the top. It's going to be. It's going to be. And don't get so comfortable with making friends with people that are at the top, because that might not even, there is a certain thing called breaking the ceiling and going through there. That might not even, your definition of being at the top may not necessarily be where you're supposed to stay. You might be going beyond the top. Like, you just never know. Don't get comfortable being in certain spaces because you may not be meant to stay there. Your elevation, you want to continue to elevate, is what I'm trying to say. Everybody's not going to understand it. And that's why he said, oh, it's lonely at the top. Like, you would rather me be down here miserable with you, broke, busted, and disgusted, worrying about bills, got to fly to Africa because you got all these things on your mind. I don't want to be there. Sorry. I don't want to be there. My goal in life is to go beyond where I need to be. I'm going to break the glass ceiling and go beyond that. My blessings in life, my come up in life, my elevation in life goes beyond the glass ceiling. I'm going to break the ceiling and go past there. If I can. I'm not going to put limits on my elevation because you don't understand it or because you don't want to see me go there. And you have people that be that way. They feel like, oh, well, you've gone further. You've gone as far as you can go in life. Like, damn, what else are you trying to do? You have people that's like that. And those are people that I definitely want to be away from. I want to be far away from those type of people. I want to be far away from those people. My prayer for myself is, Lord, continue to keep your hand in the middle of my back and push me. Wherever it's meant for me to go, continue to keep your hand in the middle of my back like this right here and push me to where my destination is supposed to be. Because we don't ever know. You just don't. You just don't. I'm just saying. That's my prayer in life. That's my prayer in life. And if you are hanging around people who don't have that mentality, then crabs in the barrel. Crabs in the barrel. Get away from those type of people. Okay? That's why they keep coming for Melody. Because they don't understand her elevation. She probably don't completely understand it. She's just walking with it. She's just going through it. Right. She said, S. Johnson say, Lord, push me. Yes. Keep your hand in my back, honey. And because sometimes I'm going to get tired. Elevation makes you tired sometimes. It does. It's hard work. When you're elevating, it's very hard. Look at Melody. She is tired as hell. I know she is. With all the jobs that she have to do, but she's required to do those things because she's trying to elevate. That's why I said, keep your hand in my back, baby, and push me. Even when I get tired and I don't feel like I can go no more. When I know I should still keep going, continue to push me in that direction. I know she'd be tired. Martell, I said it in my live the other day when I showed y'all the video where he said, well, just be happy that my goal in life is to be around my children. No. Another person who don't understand elevation. I was just like, did he really just say that on national television? When they were asking him, Martell, when you gonna get your business license? Like, when you gonna do this, when you gonna do that? It's like it didn't connect with him. And the only thing he could come up with, well, just be happy that, that I'm spending 100% of my time with my children. You're really not spending 100% of your time with your children because you're getting them 1 week on and 1 week off, sir. Okay? You're getting your kids 1 week on and 1 week off, so you're really not getting, you're not spending 100% of your time with them. So while you have your off weeks where they're with their mother, that is when you should be trying to elevate like she does. I don't understand why he don't understand that. Like, bruh, it's a lot of things that you can be getting yourself involved in that will help Melody financially, building wealth for your children, because you're not going to be here forever. It has not registered with him yet. I am building wealth for my son so that when I'm gone, he will have something to look forward to where he is okay. The same with his father and I, my husband. We are building generational wealth now so that he will be okay. I'm tired as hell some days, but I keep going. I keep going. That's the same way Melody is. I look at her sometimes on her life, she be tired as hell. She be standing there packing up boxes of her 7th Avenue. She's on a flight. She is still going. And that's how you gotta be. Martell don't get it, y'all. It's so sad. It is so sad. Everybody is telling this man, you need to get your builder's license. It's gotta start somewhere. But when you are used to being a bum, and you're not used to doing anything, and you're used to a person always giving you things, Martell is used to people doing things for him. His mama made him that way. She's used to giving him stuff. So when he married Melody, he expected her to do the same. And we keep talking about how she continued to carry him. And now that he's not with her anymore, or vice versa, that she's not with him because she divorced him. Now that she's not with him anymore, it's like he's lost. He don't know what to do and how to do it. He can start it, but he don't know how to continue it. And it's sad. It is sad that you, sir, cannot build wealth and be your best self because you don't know how to be as a man. He wasn't taught how to be that as a man. It's sad. I said, damn, bro. When I saw that video, I was like, what the hell? Just be happy. He said, just be happy that I'm able to spend 100% of my time with my kids. I ain't trying to do shit else. I don't care. I don't care about no builder's license. I think he said he took it multiple times and he couldn't pass it. So he just like, the hell with them license. I don't give a damn. That's his mentality. The hell with them license. I don't care. I can't pass it. I don't care. You want to work under everybody else's license so you can earn a coin. As long somebody else got it, he feel like as long as you got it, I got it. That's his mentality. And people like that, you can't be around me. Because I'm not about to do all the footwork and then you hang on to me and you know, and get a coin off me when you ain't did no work. Like, no. No. And that's why I said certain people you got to cut off, because they have that mentality of if you got it, if you elevate, you already elevated. I don't need to do anything. I'm just going to hang on to your coattail and go. That's what the Scots be wanting to do. That's how they did with the show business with Mel. That's what they did with Mel. You start the business, you start it up, you do that, you do all the footwork. Okay, now you done sold me the business. Okay, bye. I don't owe you no thank you, bye. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for selling me the business. I'm out of here now. No, I don't owe you a thank you. I don't owe you nothing. Those type of people, that's why they ain't going nowhere in life. I showed y'all the pictures over there. Scott Manor, still rocks. Still rocks. We still looking at rocks. Yeah, you're right, Ann. That's why everybody's mad at Mel. Yeah. Your attitude and the way you move in life. It's so sad. It's so sad. But that's what I have for you guys this morning. I just want to have a little chit chat with you guys. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. We do have Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion that is coming up this Saturday, and I will be reviewing that. I don't think I'm gonna be doing a collab this particular episode, so I think I'll be doing that one on my own. Hopefully I'll be collabing with some other YouTube creators as well, because I've had a few people reach out to me. A lot of people say you should link up with Jeremy Speaks TV because he's a dragger. I like to be, I like Jeremy Speaks TV. I do. And I also, like I said, I wanted to work with Aunt Ann because she's a dragger as well. Both of our asses are crazy. She said, Rell ID. I'm going to check it, okay? When I get to work, I'm going to check it. But yeah, so, because we want to give you guys a good little show. But at the end of the day, that's pretty much all I had. But I did want to say, let me drop this little gem, all right? While you're in your elevation, all right, do not get distracted by things that you have left behind, all right? I'm going to say this, and I'm going to break it down this way so that you can get it. Do not get distracted while you're in your elevation with the things that you have left behind. The purpose of a rear view mirror, okay? I don't need to take my eyes off of where I'm going in order for me to go to my destination in terms of my elevation. I don't need to take my eyes off of that. I can do a simple glance up to see where I just came from, to know that I don't need to be back in that place again. Okay? That is the purpose of having a rear view, where you can glance up from time to time to see what you've left behind you. So continue to leave those things behind you that are not meant for you to take where you're going. All right? I don't need to turn around like this when I'm driving, when I can simply, I can simply just glance up and see the bullshit that I left behind me, because I'm going this way. My elevation is this way. So continue to keep your eyes on the road, literally. Keep your eyes on the road. Go where you're going. I don't need to look back there because there's nothing back there for me. All right? My haters are that way. I can glance up in my rear view and I can see my haters, and I'm still going this way. Okay? Period. I'm going this way. I can see you from here. I don't need to turn my head to look at my haters. Okay? Said thank you. Said you have a blessed and safe one. You too as well. Absolutely. That's I wanted to drop that to you guys, because I actually wrote it down to say it, to let you guys know that. Simply look up in your rear view. You don't have to stop allowing people to put you in a space that takes your mind off of your destination. Okay? Like, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop allowing people to take your mind off of your destination and where you were meant to go in life. Okay? Every now and again, you can check your rear view and look at them and see. Okay? Like it says, the object, what it say on your mirror, objects may look, further than they appear or closer than they appear. You're really back there. You're not here where I am, where I'm going, where I'm meant to be going in life. So every now and then I'm going to glance up at you and see that you're back there, because you're not meant to be in the place that I'm going. So that's the point that I'm making in terms of elevation and letting things and people go, so that you can continue to rise and be in the place that you were meant to be. Okay? That is all I have for you guys. It says thank you, keep your eyes on the road. Definitely. I'm actually done, you guys. I just wanted to have a little chit chat with you guys and go over some things this morning. All right, but you guys have a good day. I'm going to try to connect with you guys later on if I run upon anything else to talk about later on. All right, if you didn't like the video, please go ahead and do that. Thank you for the super chat. For those of you that sent a super chat, we got a 373 with 191 likes. Can we go ahead and get the likes up? If you didn't hit the like button on your way in, please hit it on your way out. Also, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Thank you to all of my content creators who joined the live this morning. Thank you to all my Caramellians for your support as well for my channel. All right, love you guys. That way, we're going to get on out of here, and goodbye.